I'm Bruce Owen, and I'm with Burton Tutt. My experience at Camp Stevens, I started in, what, 77?
Probably, something like that.
Okay. And I finished in 1983. And most of my time at camp was with Burton. I only went on a 2-week canoe trip. I didn't get to go on a 6-week or spend a lot of time in wilderness. My time was with you.
Operations.
And when did you start?
64, 65.
Okay, as a camper?
Yep, camper, junior camper.
And then how did you morph into?
It just never went home. Went through Voyageurs and then on the 6-week trip and then on to staff. Somehow skipped CITs.
And when you look back at it all, I know you, to be honest, like you are held by many in awe only because of the stuff you left behind. Right. We're not going to talk about the Clevises.
Right.
Okay. We'll Lount Lodge in particular. And how did you get? Where did that creep into your mind that you could do that?
Well, it was just good coordination. Graham Lount showed up and offered to build something at camp, and I had just been to log building school with a couple other guys from camp, and so we said, why don't we do a log building? And he was ready to pay for it, so it was just perfect timing.
Have you been back? Have you seen it? When was
Lots of times, yeah.
And when was the last time you saw it?
Maybe 10 years ago.
Okay. It's changed.
Probably. They changed the roof.
They've got a new roof. It was kind of odd. I went up a couple of years ago. Someone had mentioned that it was leaking and the shakes were kind of rotten. And I thought, well, that can't be. I thought the cedar shakes were supposed to last a lifetime, right? Yeah. I'd be dead before they'd have to be replaced. So I went up and I thought, okay, there's some moss, and I started scraping away the moss, and then the shingles just started falling apart in my hands, and they were wet, and it was a blazing hot day, and of course I slipped and I fell off the back, and I landed in a bunch of pine needles, and I got right back to the ladder, and you'd be proud, I went back up there and started doing it again. And as a result of that, I started talking with people at camp, and I made a phone call to Colin Lount, just saying, hey, you know, there's this thing going on, and Colin Lount said, oh, I'm going to call my dad. I'm going to get him in the boat, and he's going to be there right now. And that's what happened.
Wow.
And that, there's other people obviously involved than my stupid phone call, but they put a metal roof on there now, a green metal roof that's supposed to last and protect it for generations. So when you look back, I've talked long enough, I'm going to let you talk. When you look back on that, how did the camp experience, how had it made you into who you are?
Well, I always thought it was just like a miniature world where you could actually make a difference. Like there was a small enough group that things that you did made a difference and you saw a reaction. So to me it was just a miniature world, and I just liked everybody there. And it was just a great place to grow up and work with people. I mean, part of it was always working with girls. We didn't have that sort of boy-girl thing. It was just other staff were female, and you just worked with them, and it was great. It was a real education.
Yeah, and for me too. And thank you.
Thank you.